Hey, what's up everybody? Chuck here, poweraddicts.com. Went four-wheeling a while back and we didn't get anything drastic. Oh, by the way, what you're looking at here is the front vacuum actuator for the front differential of a 1991 Jeep YJ Wranglers 4.0 liter 5-speed, blah blah blah, all that fun stuff like it. It's even relevant. Basically what happens, you throw it in four-wheel drive. Right here you got a vacuum signal that actuates this little vacuum pot. It slides this little thing. There's a little piece inside here, a fork that goes inside the front diff. Fork goes inside the front diff, and that vacuum actuate, it slides over, it locks the front differential, and hey, you are in four-wheel drive. Okay, a while back we was out doing some creek riding and such, and I swore that the front diff wasn't pulling, but there's a fellow that was riding with me. He said that it was, so I just kind of let it go with that. Well, last night on Highway 65 heading toward Nashville, I threw a rear universal joint. Alright, me being the gearhead that I am, so what? Threw a universal joint. I pulled the drive shaft out of the transfer case. I grabbed the four-wheel drive shifter. I'm going to throw it in 4-high. I'm going to drive this baby on down to downtown Nashville because I had an important place I had to be. Well, guess what? I threw it 4-high. Nothing moved. Rock the truck around, everything, try to get the front diff to lock in, nothing's hooking in. My shifter boot needs to be replaced, so I went ahead and tore a big old hole in, looked down inside there. I see my front drive shaft spinning as sweet as it can be, but the front diff is not pulling. Well, verified. Four-wheel drive does not work. These things are very bad for going out on these Jeeps. So, the point of this story, not to tell you about my adventure. No, I'll do a full write-up on my website, poweraddicts.com. It's actually kind of funny. I had some really cool Metro cops that got up behind me. They were cool about it, but they were slightly irritated too. But hey, they were cool though. I didn't go to jail, no major butt chewings or nothing. So anyway, the meaning of this video, I'm going to show you guys how to convert this thing to manual. First things first, this whole thing right here is coming off. So I can't hold the camera and take it off both. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. Here everyone, what you're looking at is well, it says right there, the throttle control kit. It's for like lawnmowers or small tractors or whatever the case may be. What I'm going to use it for is to actuate my front actuator that locks the differential together. Convert it to manual. I'm thinking I'm going to use that little lever right there. But anyway, I got this at Tractor Supply and it was about $10 or so. So that's one of the things you got to have to create manual locking differentials in a YJ Jeep. See you at the next step. Alright everybody, I got the actuator, I guess you call it, is apart. And look at the slime inside this thing. And no wonder it wasn't working. I mean, all the portholes where the vacuum holes come through was actually gummed up with junk, so very good reason why it wasn't working. I've seen a couple of different ways as to how people are doing this on YouTube, there on forums and such like that. One, they're taking and putting a fitting such as this in the side here, and they'll drill and tapping it. Then you take the cable and then you run it through the arm right here to actuate it back and forth. Another fella I've seen, very smart idea by the way, that he took and welded a bar, a little flat stock right here, and on the front side, get this mess right there here in a moment. Anyway, that thing right here, he had a bar coming up here and put the cable actuated back like this. Have flat stock here and had the cable attached to where the cable spanned across this. Very good idea, but the problem with this is obviously all the junk inside here, that this seal probably isn't sealing very well. So if I was to leave that open like that, it'd probably take on water or anything if I was to be out four-wheeling in the creeks or something. So that's probably not an option. So the option I'm going to go with is where they put the fitting through here, then the cable fishes through this to actuate this back and forth. Here's my lever I decided to go with. This kit I bought actually comes with 3 different levers, and I'm going to use this one. It's kind of cool. I mean, I know it's just like a throttle level, but I'm going to, because where's it slow right there? Well, that's when I'm going to lock it down to low 4, and I'll throw the lever up, which will lock the front diff in. I'll be crawling slow. Makes sense to me. That, and plus it has a little D-dents right here on the side, here and here. Let me turn around this way so you can see it. When you slide this, it locks into these little slots. Well, the way it's positioned, I only need about 1/2 inch travel on the actuator that goes on the front diff. So when I slide it in the slow position, it's going to slide down here. It'll lock into this groove here. Where it's at right now is going to be when it's in the 2-wheel drive position. So I can probably drill me another hole right there so I have a little stop spot so I can feel it as as I slide the lever back and forth. And I ain't figured out yet where I'm going to mount this underneath the dash. I brought this in the house because it's colder than crap outside right now. So I laid me out some cardboard. See? Oh, see, hard drive. Hard drive has nothing to do with this project. I'm building a computer while. See? Building a computer while I'm working on this too. So anyway, that's where I'm at the moment. Tomorrow, before I do anything, I gotta go run and get some more parts. I've got this little fitting right here, and it's got the compression fitting and such, but it doesn't fit very tight on this right here. It doesn't fit very tight on the sleeve. Not really happy with that, so I'm gonna run to the hardware store tomorrow and get a smaller version of this. And let's see, some more bolts and miscellaneous crap because of other projects I had going on. But anyway, that's kind of where I'm at the moment. Anyway, next step, I'll see you guys then. Look, that is just nasty. It's what you get when you don't take care of things, and the person before me did not take care of things. See you guys at the next step. Hey everybody, I gotta have this my Jeep running by the morning because I need wheels to drive to get to work. But I went and got most of the fabrication work and everything done. And what I'll do is I'll show you how I did it. I'll give you a quick rundown. Well, showed you all the crap last night. I took off the diaphragm, the vacuum actuating diaphragm stuff. I mean, it was leaking right here in the middle. You see all the slime and nasty crap that's inside of it. I mean, there's no wonder it wasn't working. This vacuum port in the end of this was stopped up. So, I mean, it was doing nothing. The trick to getting this off, if it's the way you choose to do. Okay, originally it's sitting in there, it's kind of like this, but I got to beat it back in. What you're going to do, the first thing, you'll take a screwdriver, you'll hook onto it right here, and you'll twist. And you'll raise part of the lip up. So I can get this one, I'll kind of show you a little bit. So it'll raise that lip up. Well, this right here is prying against it. But nonetheless, what happens, you'll get that lip raised up and get you a pair of pliers. What I used was this little cheap old crescent wrench. And I would catch the lip like this right here. It'd catch a little bit, and I would just fold the lip back and tighten it up a little bit more. Oh, come on, cooperate. That's what you get for using cheap tools. It'd catch under that lip like this, and I just roll it back, and I went around the whole canister like that, which released that other plate and allowed me into the diaphragm to remove the diaphragm. And basically what I did with the diaphragm was that you had this plate, the rubber diaphragm, then the other plate. So the plate here. Basically the only thing I did is cram the screwdriver down in between them, separate the plates. It popped off in this right here, and pulled the rubber piece off, the rubber diaphragm. Then the back plate that's back here, I just kept wedging and prying until finally it pulled off. So, I mean, in a nutshell, that's how that happens. Because you don't need it anymore, because this is going to actuate back and forth with the shaft down inside here. Now, this fitting right here, let me take this paper out of the pack so you can read a little better. There's what the fitting is. 1/4 inch compression and 1/4 inch iron, male iron pipe. Basically drilled this, tapped it for a 1/4 inch MPT, threaded it up inside there, and this is very, very strong rugged wire. I showed you the first part of the video where I got it from. I got it from Tractor Supply here in town. Now let me actuate this back. I drilled 2 holes through your shifter fork. Now it's not easy, I'm going to promise you that. I put the wire through there, folded it back around, I stuck it back up through there again. Now let me shift it back the other way. And if you can look real close, you see that wire right down there. I folded it straight down so it would push and pull. Where the drill bit went in at an angle and the wire is kind of coming through this right here, kind of straight, it's really causing a major binding in this right here, meaning it's a good thing. It's not going to slide with inside this right here. And after folding and bending that down, it's definitely not going to slide. As far as the fitting here, I did a little trick. Let me show you. Now, of course, feeding the cable through and then the wire, such like that. If you notice right here, right there, there's a little sleeve. That is for like you use a plastic pipe, a plastic, I don't know, roll length for an ice maker or something like that. That helps compress down to the plastic pipe, helps it seal up. It goes inside of it to give it something to compress to. Basically, it is this. I got these parts at Tractor Supply here in town, but I'm sure your Ace Hardwares or Lowe's or whatever, that's what that is. Okay, what happens is this went over the steel jacket. Then this will go through that. This will go over that sleeve. And what happens is whenever that ferrule clamps down, it's also going to clamp down on this sleeve here, and it's going to squeeze down on that steel sleeve, and therefore it's not going to slide. It locks it in place. Worked very good. I mean, you've seen me shift it back and forth when I was showing you how to bend the wire and such. It works excellent. So there's that. And this is the lever I'm using. It's a throttle cable for like a tiller, lawnmower, whatever the case may be. And I'll put that in place right there. See? Works great. It's also got these little detents right here, detents, where they'll get to a certain place and they'll lock it to where it can't, the shifter fork's locked in place. Let me get back up here. The shifter fork is now locked in place and it can't slide back. See, if you want to disengage it, engage it 4-wheel drive, and you're ready to roll. See, really quick, simple. At this point, what I'm going to do is, I've got all the fabrication work done here and got that working correctly as you've seen. I'm putting this back on. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some black silicone, just Permatex or whatever, around this right here, get a heavy bead, stick that back in there, go all the way back around, put that back in, go around it, clamp it back down. That'll help protect from water and grime getting in here. I see another video where a fella had this 90-degree arm coming off this. Great idea, but the problem with this is you can see from the crap inside this, there was also some oil and grease inside this. Obviously those seals aren't working very well inside there. So therefore, if I was to have went that route, I would be introducing water into the system or grease coming out of it. So I've seen it several times on several places on YouTube using this method right here. And one other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take the lever back off the other end. Plain old vacuum line right here. This cable right here, steel, will rust. I'm going to slide this vacuum line the whole length of this and stop it right here. That'll help protect it from abrasion or water getting in between the cable sleeving and stuff like that to cause things to rust or bind up. So, a little added protection. So, what I'm going to do is next, I'm going to put that cap back on here. I'm going to feed this over top of that, and I'll tell you what, I'll come right back after that and I'll show you what it looks like then before I reinstall it. Right back. Alright everybody, here's what's up. Vacuum line, shot it full of PV blaster, the metal jacket that the cable runs through, soaked it down PV blaster, shot it down inside the cable, a little bit of RTV sealant up around this right here, clamped it on, try to provide any kind of moisture barrier as much as possible, keeping the cable, if I'm submerged in a creek or something, try to keep as much water off of it as possible. Permatex around through here, closed up the canister can. I'd probably take vacuum lines, jump this right here. Obviously vacuum doesn't matter anymore. That's it in a nutshell, people. Where you want your controls, which I've got mine off right now because I'm going to run mine up to the floor, up beside the shifter boot probably, because I'm going to be changing out my shifter boot and my stock. Shifter stock is actually an S10 shifter. I'm probably going to weld me a bracket to the side of it. I'm going to have my shifter for my four-wheel drive right there on, for the front differential, right there on the shifter. Now you can do this to GMs, you can do this to Fords, you can do it to Chryslers, whatever has the vacuum or electric actuated front differentials. Now the procedure will be different. This is for a 1991 Jeep YJ. If you've got no GM Ford, I'm sure the procedure will be a little bit different, but the principle's still the same. So basically that's it in a nutshell, and I appreciate you guys watching my videos. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Leave some questions, comments. I'll do the best I can to answer them if you ask them. Alright everybody, y'all have a great day. I need to get my Jeep back together. See y'all. Peace.